Welcome back, everybody, to Planescape Torment. Alright.
I'm gone.
It is time to go and loot everything that I can possibly find in here. Let's just check our map, see what floor I'm actually on. On the first floor, there is more things to go around and take in here. I've just got to go find it. Now, I did actually discover where the run key actually was. It's actually the shift key. For some unknown bizarre reason. Which is fine. So we can actually really cruise through this.
Done.
And see who and what we can find. We can... let's talk to this dustman, see if there's anything of interest to say. The pale-faced man is dressed in long, dark robes. He's a slight musty smell about him. His expression is blank and he seems absorbed in his duties. Greetings. He slowly turns, his eyes flicker to your robes. Greetings, fellow initiate. Who are you? That is much my question as yours. Your face is unknown to me. Who are you? I think this guy is just mainly just a generalized dustman. I'm not going to really pick his brains too much. The dustman seems suspicious. He looks as though he's about to say something, then he shakes his head slightly and returns to his duties. Okay, let's walk away. I'm really not that interested. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything in here that's interesting. Let's just check the map again. So what do we have here? Memorial Hall, the Central Chamber, the Great Hall. Yeah, I think I've pretty much gone through everything that is actually here. Which is fine. I think there are more places to loot. What the hell is that? Metallic tapestries? Oh, thin chain links. Huh. Okay. Well, that's going up. Yeah, let's go up. And not get massacred. And see what we can loot. Okay, so this is where we were. This is where we actually started out as. So that's the book. We've looted everything in here. I'm fairly sure. So we are on the second floor. To get out of this place, we have to go down to the first floor. But I'm pretty sure we have actually looted everything through here. Alright, so let's go down. To the map. Actually, no, hang on. Done. We'll go up. And I think it's the second floor that we actually haven't looted. I think. Ah, here we are.
Done.
What's in here? Aha! Something I want. Something I really want. I don't think I need to equip it quite yet. What the hell? Oh, it's a sanctum key. Oh, interesting. Okay, the club I'm going to probably put on the ground. The hammer is 1 to 6 crushing. Nice. Usable by fighters, which is where I'm at, really. So let's put this in my weapons area. And we'll escape out of there. Oops, hang on. I want to keep the robes on. It seems to be a bit of a bug, but every time I equip something, the robes come off. Right, so in here is nothing.
Done.
Come on, open the door. There we go.
right.
Alright, let's cruise around.
I'm
Is
gone.
anything in this cupboard here? There is junk.
All right. All right.
Definitely finding the run key is making this a lot quicker. Alright, charm and a task list. What is this? Someone has penned a series of tasks in red ink on this scrap of parchment. I would like the contracted workers to be inspected thrice daily at the end of each work shift when the new initiates come on duty. We have experienced too many controlled collapses while engaged in heavy labour as late, and I fear the embalming enchantments initially used on the corpse may be decaying or may have been warped somehow. If the contracted workers could be inspected every 8 hours and raised if they have collapsed, then it would prevent the backlog of shells in the preparation rooms and free up more contracted workers for other duties. I do not wish collapsed bodies to be disposed of when possible. The original contracted shells are to be raised and to be resumed their duties. I have included spare embalming charms with the shells for the initiates on duty. They are to be used when the shells cannot be repaired with the stitching, bandaging, or applications of embalming fluid. So technically, we're a zombie, I believe. So the jar of embalming fluid, usable only by the Nameless One, i.e. me, and Mort. Interesting. So, yeah, we're undead. More or less. Okay, what's this? Copper earring. I am actually wearing one, but it's not actually doing me any good right now. Alright, what else is in here? Nothing. Clot charm, which is a healing thing.
Locked.
Mm-hmm. Bandages. Now, while poking around between episodes, I've discovered something. With lock containers, you can actually bash them open.
Failed.
Forced it.
Because we've got the strength, we can do this.
I'm gone.
Whoops, I didn't actually look at what was actually in here. Alright, so we got some money. Oh, hang on. My inventory is full. Well, let's get rid of some of these robes because they're not really doing me any good.
I'm gone.
And we'll loot all these. I try and right click to actually loot. It doesn't do anything for me. Okay. I think this is the crematorium. Is there anything to loot in here? There happens to be... Oh, a charcoal charm. Interesting.
I'm gone.
Nothing. Nothing. I think we're pretty much done here.
All right.
So let's go. Go down to the first floor. And let's go.
All right.
I believe the exit is... here we are. It's cunningly disguised in the shadow here.
All right.
Yep, the run button has definitely helped things along. Ooh, movie time. Shades have missed my presence. Interesting shades. More movie time. Ooh. This is Sigil. Alright. Alright. So we're no longer disguised.
All right.
Which is fine. So, who's Pox? This cowed figure is hunched by the mortuary gate. His face is obscured by the shadow of his hood. What little you can see of his chin, which is covered in a stubble which appears to be foul green and a purple rash. The rash seems heaviest around his neck, fading as it crawls up to his chin. Greetings. The figure doesn't budge. There is a moment of silence. Then he responds in a high-pitched voice that sounds more suited to a girl of 10 years than a man. Hey, who are you? Pox am I. Hey. Pox? Mother and father named me. Wish a pox on firstborn. A curse given, came true. It did. Hey. Again, your eyes are drawn onto the purplish-greenish rash covering Pox's chin and neck. Oh, I had more questions for you. Hey? What are you doing? Waiting for debtors, do I? Hey. Debtors, corpses, why? Find a debtor, take him through gate, get some junk, and again I wait. Hey! Okay. Is the front gate the only way inside the mortuary? Hey, only debtor or dustman go in gate, they do. You want Pox to make you debtor again? Again? Hey, many times you ask. Pox always do. How many times exactly? Many times, hey. So we've met before. Hey. What do you know about me? You a debtor who doesn't stay debtor for long, hey. Deal square with Pox you do. Do you know anything else about me? Yep, okay. I have some other questions. I've lost a journal. You wouldn't happen to see one, would you? Hey, no journal have I seen. Things get lost in Hive. Never found again. Maybe journal one of them. Hey. I see. Say, I have some other questions. Hey. Do you know someone named Farad? Hey, Farad, collector, big name, has weight, casts long shadow, it does. Hey. Collector? Hey, collector, gathers debtors, bring them to Dustman for junk. Do you know where I might find him? Hey, in Hive somewhere, he is. Somewhere's he. Hey. Can you be more specific? Hey, somewhere's in Hive he is. Power hide, he does. Very hard finding he is. Not worth finding he is. Not worth finding? What do you mean? Hey, many hates him. Other collectors even. Sharegrave hates him. Not like Farad at all. Hey. Sharegrave? Hey, Sharegrave, big name, carry weight. Cast long shadow he does. Tell Pox what to do he does. Would your boss, this Sharegrave, know where Farad is?
Updated my journal.
Hey, Sharegrave knows dark he does. Knows Pharaohs are hiding he does. Sharegrave in Ragpicker Square. Many blocks west or here, hey. Say Sharegrave that Pox send you, tell him. Sharegrave become share copper with Pox he will, hey. I have some other questions. Hey. Well, I'm done. Sorry to disturb you. Farewell. Alright, so we've got to go to the Ragpicker Square and find this person. Let's explore. Dabbers. You see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Its skin has a greenish cast and a pair of goat horns protrudes from its forehead. It is dressed in long flowing robes and appears to be floating slightly above the ground. Greetings. The creature turns to face you, and a series of symbols appears above his head. The symbols have a slight glow about them, and they just hover there. Oh, for power's sake, hiking dabbers. What's wrong? He's a dabbers. They speak in rebuses, those annoying word puzzles, and if you don't know what they're saying, we better get a native or some other way to communicate with him, if we want to. An annoying bunch. My bet, they can speak. They would rather piss everyone else off to by puzzling They would rather piss everyone off by trying to puzzle out what they're saying. What's a Davos? Chanters are janitors for the Lady of Pain. They follow her about breaking, fixing and patching up Sigil according to her whims. They're worse than corpse flies, Mort sighs. You can't swat them though, or the lady will get upset. Lady of Pain? Who's that? She runs this city. You know if you see her. She's got these blades around her face. She's about the size of a giant and she floats off the ground, just like these guys. Mort nods at the Davos, who is looking at you both. No one knows much about her. She doesn't speak much. All you need to know is you don't want to make her angry. If you see her, my advice, run. I see. The Davos waits patiently, his hands tucked in his sleeves. A series of symbols materializes above his head. Then they vanish and a question mark appears. I'm sorry, I don't understand you. A series of symbols disappears above the Davos' head. It bows and turns away. Farewell. Yep. Hive dweller. Can we talk to a hive dweller? There's a mad woman running around here sometimes. She's a clueless who has went balmy trying to find her way home. Okay. Oh, hang on. Tau, I'll get you where you're going, only 1 copper. Interesting. Okay, so there's no Davos, but we are in a battle. Okay, we're doing alright so far. That's 1 dead. Focus fire, it gets you out of trouble.
Did you see that?
Now, can I actually sprint and attack? Yes, I can.
I'm gone.
Okay. We'll collect the clot charm. We actually didn't take very much damage, although Mort is a little bit on the hurt side. Oh, a bronze bracer.
What's up?
Can you pick up stuff, Mort? So, oh, Mort can actually carry stuff. Can I just... Oh, I can too. Ha-ha. Carry bag. Nice. The skull is a carry bag. Awesome.
I'm gone.
Okay, so there's a clueless around here who's gone a little insane. I want everybody. More, get your butt back here.
All right.
All right, hive dweller, hive dweller. More Davoses.
Done.
Who are you? Angry hive dweller.
I'm gone.
Not worth it.
All right.
I want to
All right. I'm gone.
catch
I'm
up
gone.
with this hive tout. The smiling middle-aged woman trots up to you and curtsies. Hello, sir, and well met. For a mere singly copper common, I can offer me services as a tout. Somewhere I can point out for ye. What's a tout? The woman looks at you skeptically, then shrugs. A tout's a guide of sorts, sir. I can help you round this part of the hive, I can. Alright, here's a copper piece. The note palms the coin and curtsies. This part of the hive has gates leading to the west and south. Locations of note include the mortuary, the Gathering Dust Bar, the Dustman's Memorial, and the Mausoleum. I also recommend you stay away from a particular alley that leads southwest. 'Tis full of dangerous thugs. Okay. Okay, so where's the Gathering? It's tis to to the southwest corner of this area. A dome-shaped building whose door faces southeast. The Gathering Dust is one of the safer, more quieter taverns in the Hive. That's all I wish to know. Goodbye. Southeast. So it's south and east. Let us check the map. Okay. So that is the mausoleum. That is the mortuary entrance. That is to the northwest portion of the Hive. Maps are handy.
Ugh, I've never seen something so ugly I've not.
Really? Well then, let's... Pike off, great. You see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armour. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look odd if they were taken from the skin of some other creature, and a horn shoulder piece that protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that is flicking back and forth as you watch. Pike off. Greetings. The girl ignores you. Who are you? The girl sneers, makes an obscene gesture with a tail. Pike off, you clueless sod. Watch your mouth, girl. I'm not in the mood. Now answer my question. Who are you? Bar that. I'm not having to say you, Bert. Get. You better watch your tongue, girl, or it's coming off. You better remember that if we speak again. Aye, pike off to where you came from then. Farewell to you.
I've never seen something so ugly I've not. All started crutch will be telling his copper about now.
All right. Done.
Okay, let's check the map. Okay, there's nothing really much. Seems to be a gathering place of some sort. Let's talk to the harlot. Why not? You see a tired woman dressed in a tight leather bodice and leggings. The odour of cheap perfume surrounds her like a cloud. Her face is covered with a mask of crude makeup. She smiles as she sees you. Why don't you stay and chat with me a bit, love? Yep, greetings. The woman looks coyly at you. Now you look to be a blood who's lost something. Maybe I can help you find it, Cutter. She smiles slightly. Oh? What good fortune. We've probably lost what we're looking for back at your kit, miss. Actually, I'm missing a journal. Eh? She seems confused. What's she about? Forget the journal. Maybe you can help me find what I'm really missing. Her tone becomes businesslike. I love. Now that's the matter of a finder's fee. I see. How much? Some coppers for a glance of what you're missing. 10 coppers to actually find what you're missing. Well, done. I think you found what you're looking for. Come along then, love. Follow. We fade to black and we fade to up again. Well, that was quick. Everything implied there. That's it then, Cutter. I had some questions for you now that I can concentrate. The woman frowns. I'm not a tout, she frowns, then rubs two fingers together. Unless you've got some jink to pay for my time. Yeah, I can pay you. How much? For a handsome basher like yourself, she gives a wild smile, revealing a row of dirty teeth. 3 coppers will be enough to loosen me tongue. She licks her lips and frowns. Other questions of deeper chant will cost you more, though. Sounds fair. Here's 3 coppers. Aye, then. She slips the jink in her palm and promptly vanishes. Well, where it promptly vanishes. Now, there are some things I want to know. Ask your questions, love. I'm looking for someone named Farad. Farad, now that's one of the greater darks, love. You'd be wanting to know about that blood. That'll be thrice the coppers of the normal asking. Fair enough. Here's 9 coppers. She gives you coins or ones over and shrugs and pockets them. You'd be wanting to know about old Farad. Yeah, at that price, anything you can tell me about him. She shrugs. Shanty's he's a collector boss. Has a whole bunch of bloods in his shadow. And where can I find him? No one knows for sure, but if I was to suggest a place, I'd say Ragpicker Square, which we found before. Ragpicker Square? It's a big old heap of rags and trash 3 blocks west of the mortuary. All the collectors stake their kip there. Chances are Farad's got his kip there too. Okay, we know what a collector is, so I would like to have any other questions. I'm looking for a journal. No idea where you'll find such a thing, love. You might look elsewhere. She smiled suggestively. I know some places you might start. I had some other questions. Well, we've already searched that, haven't we? What can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? She spits and makes a half circle around her heart. That bladed witch, all high and mighty, mistress of all this city, floating and silent, she kills anyone in her shadow. She tends the city, aye, she hisses, and leaves everything in it to rot. Fine, I had other questions. Can you tell me what's of interest around here? She puts her hands on her hips and pouts. Depends on your interest, Cutter. I'm looking for work. She laughs. You're asking me? What you thinking of becoming one of the sisterhood, are ye? She nearly buckles over in laughter. The screeching is similar to a drunken harpy's. Eventually the gales of laughter subside and she takes a deep breath. You're a rich man, ye are. All right, never mind. Farewell. I think we've pretty much done. Chief, can you sport me some jink? It's been a long time, it has. Well, I suppose it can't hurt. The woman breaks in. It's twice the cost for your mimmer or any other degenerate. Mimmer? Mimmer's talking encyclopedia. That's me, Chief. I see. Well, don't sweat it, Mort. From the looks of her, I'll probably be saving you from dying twice. May a pox shrivel you in it. I have the stink and fashion sense of a goat herd, and you're twice as ugly.
New taunts, all right.
Mort stares hypnotized as the harlot lets loose a stream of obscenities. At the end of the verbal avalanche, Mort is silent for a moment and then turns to you. Wow, Chief. Got a few more taunts from the old arsenal. He turns back to the harlot who's catching her breath. I'm also in love. Oh, good grief. Alright. What is this? This be an open tomb. I don't know if I really want to be going in there right now.
All right.
Blow. For the name of exploration, let's go. Ooh. Grave robbing, why not? 30 copper commons, nice. Pen's note. What is Pen's note? This note has been written with remarkable penmanship on the finest parchment. Vaxis, if you're reading this, you have undoubtedly failed in your task and you've been forced to use the escape route I arranged. I told you that your little disguise idea was ridiculous. In any case, you'll be laid low for a while. The Dustmen might be deluded, but they are not fools. They will certainly seek retribution for our intrusion. I've left you some coins. Use them to secure a hiding place for in the hive, preferably in Ragpicker's Square. The Dustmen will be unwilling to be looking for you there. Whoops. Once you have secured a new hiding place, I have a new mission for you. Find out where Farad is. Getting those, or where Farad is finding is getting those bodies he's been delivering to the mortuary. It's apparently causing the Dustmen a great deal of upset, and I wouldn't mind knowing myself. Reports that a stone-faced dustman at the Gathering Dust Bar, Initiate Emmerich, I think the fool's name is, has been sending out finders to try and mark the Pharaoh's movements. If you can find out how far along he is and hinder his efforts until we know more about Pharaoh's activities. I don't want Emmerich to finding out something before we do. Pen. Ziplotsy seconds. Okay. No, there's nothing more interesting in here, but that was interesting. We definitely want to find this bar.
Done.
Okay, that's moving to a map of some description. I don't really want to do that.
All right.
Apparently the bar is here. Okay, this is it.
Chief, what are we doing in here? Let's say we just give this place the laugh, all right?
What? Okay, so this be the bar. Scare the Skeptic. Dustman. You see a spindle-thin dustman in dirty black robes. His stiff hair springs forth from his drink, skull like a crown of spikes. His leopard-white skin is drawn sharply across his skull. He is frowning into his drink and mumbles to himself. Greetings. The dustman looks up, blinks once, and looks you up and down, studying you. As he studies you, he takes one of his spike locks and looks at himself with it. Not Drutch, initiate, dustman, guard. You look troubled, Not Drutch. Not Drutch touches his face and traces the shape of a frown on it with his finger. Troubled, yes. What's wrong? The dustman looks you up and down as I knock a can off my desk. Help, can you? A mausoleum awakes, the dead walk, the dead disturbed, the dustman disturbed. Find out what disturbed the undead, and the copper coins I will pay. Very well, where is this mausoleum?
Updated my journal.
Norwich nods. Mausoleum by Dustman and Memorial. Go north and west from Black Monument. Go to arch in a semicircle over your heart with this finger make. He wiggles the index finger to his right hand. To the mausoleum you will. I'll look into it then. Farewell. That is a dungeon quest. General Dustman. Let's just pause for a second. The zombie worker. Raetac Gravesend. Let's speak with him. This tiny wizard man is dwarfed by this huge dustman robes. They look like they were chosen to cloak his small stature. Although he looks like he's late 90s, the man is extremely energetic. He fidgets continuously. His eyes dart around the bar like a bird's. Greetings. The man's eyes gleam as he takes your measure. He gives you a slight nod in greeting. Hail and well met, traveller. You look like one who's getting to their Sigil legs about them. He trails off. Pardon me, have we met before? Your face seems familiar somehow. Possibly. Are you certain it was me? Maybe I was mistaken. Raetac shakes his head. Well, no matter. How is that Raetac Gravesend may help you? Do you seek, he clucks his tongue as he speaks, the contract, perhaps? Contract? The contract. Why, it is but a simple transaction. From the depths of his huge robe, Raetac pulls forth a dusty parchment and a quill pen. I give you 50 commons. In return, after death, the dustman faction may claim your remains. He smiles and clucks his tongue. What useful you have for them at that point anyway? What do the dustmen do with the bodies? Raetac holds up his hand as if he doesn't know. What does it matter? It is no consequent when you pass on. Yeah, it matters to me. Well, if you must know, oft-times nothing is done with the body. And it is we, the dustmen, who have wasted all that money. The fool's us. Raetac gives a light smile, then looks apologetic. But rarely there are times when the workers in the mortuary need to be replaced. Then we may have need of your body. You mean I'll be animated as a corpse and be put to work in the mortuary? That doesn't sound good. But no harm is done, no pain. Raetac raises a finger to emphasize the point. And there is no danger. In exchange for money you can spend in this life, you merely have to give us something you have no need of anyway when you have died. Raetac taps his chest. I sign the contract myself. If you must know, I have no need for my body when I pass on. I'll consider it. For now I have some other questions. Of course, Raetac nods. It'll be my pleasure to answer any questions you may have. Have you seen a journal recently? I'm missing mine. Raetac shakes his head. I know nothing about a journal, he smiles. I deal in documentation of a much different sort. You mean that contract you mentioned? What of it? Yep. Not interested. Is there anything interesting here I could probably look at? Can you tell me of some of the patrons here? Of course. Which of the patrons did you wish to know about? Actually, never mind. I don't know any of their names. Farewell. Morto nods as you turn to leave. He has a strange expression on his face. Is there something wrong? Morto frowns. Forgive me. I must ask again. Are you sure we haven't met before? Possibly. I do not recall you. Morto shakes his head. Well, no matter. Farewell, Mortai. Yes, farewell, farewell. Mortai studies you as you leave. You hear him mutter under his breath, something about that one. And we'll leave there. Okay, so that's going to be the episode for today. Thank you all for joining me for this interesting exploration of Sigil and Planescape Torment. If you've liked the video and liked the series thus far, do go ahead and click that like button for me. And of course, if you're interested in anything else I'm doing right now or in the future, no, I can't tell you to look in the future and see what I'm seeing or see what I'm making. Maybe see what I've made in the past. Alright folks, well I've been Raetac. I shall see you next time. Oh, check out the channel page. Toodles.